All right, we're gonna get this show on the road here. Obviously, there's nobody in here listening yet, so I'm just talking to myself. That's okay. Everybody can go fuck
I'm
themselves.
here.
Fuck off. Bye. No. All right. All right. Here we go. My mouth is working now.
Recording in progress.
3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fallout Roundtable. I'm your host, Jaxus, also known in other circles as Patrick, because that's my name and shit. Anyway, and we're going to be hanging out with Dawn, also known as Sassy Lady, and Eric, also known as Slior. All right, we are the Fallout Roundtable. And you can find us at followrtb@gmail.com if you want to send us an email, or if you want to send us an X or a Twitter or a Twatter or whatever you want to call it. You can also go to followrtb, or is it at followrtb? Yeah, it's at followrtb. Or you can just go to YouTube and type in the Fallout Roundtable, and you will find us, and we will be there, and we will have like pictures and stuff. Actually, it's just a bunch of talking heads. Just think of bobbleheads with a background, and that's pretty much us. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking about Fallout stuff, and who knows where the hell else we're going to go. We have been trying to figure out how to like get into a speculatory conversation about like Fallout 5. We were going to talk about like what kind of cryptids would we like to see in there, but then again, you'd have to kind of know where the hell you're going with the whole, game anyway. So,
Jesus Christ.
maybe send us some messages, some emails, some smoke signals. I don't know, some sort of bullshit that will let us know, like, I don't know what your thoughts are. It would be helpful because, otherwise we're just talking to ourselves and the rest of the crickets. All right. Anyway, Sassy Lady, Sulier, say hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, all right, cool. All right. I was afraid for a minute there. I was like, oh shit. Just that silence, they just...
apparently my dog wanted to say hi also.
Roro! Roro,
My dog has
ready?
finally laid down because she realized she's not getting any more cookies.
My dog's apparently locked out of the room at the moment, which is good because she's just a little psychopath and sometimes she just jumps on me. I don't expect it. I mean, when it's a dog that'll literally fit in your pocket, you never know what's going to happen. She's so tiny.
That's true.
She is the tiniest dog I've ever had in my life. She's like maybe 10 pounds, if. Actually, she's a little fat ass. She's probably about 11 and a half pounds, to be honest.
Goodness.
She loves her bacon, what can I say? Yeah.
Yeah, most doggies do.
We were going to have a guest on today, but he might have fallen asleep or, have some life stuff happen. But if he does show up, that'll be
Be
awesome.
long.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hope so.
Yeah.
They'll be on.
I mean, it seemed like he was good to go a few hours ago.
So, all right.
Well, same thing happened to Maverick a few weeks ago, so.
Does anybody know
happened
anything?
to Jax's last week.
Well, dude, I just fell out, bro. I was gone. I was like ready to go. I was going to do my thing, and then I woke up and it was over. So I was like, okay, oops.
We were like, I don't see a link. He's not on. Let's just bail.
Yep. I'm like, sorry guys, it's the whole 2 jobs working too much kind of thing, and I fell
I
out.
understand.
Now, if y'all would like subscribe, and go to YouTube and subscribe and, do all those things like that, maybe we could monetize this and actually make a penny or two. And I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. That would be awesome. I can make this my second
Hey,
job.
wouldn't
We
that be
could do
cool?
more episodes because I'd be able to be around more often. And if that was
That's
the
true.
case, I mean, I could literally do
Same.
5 hours a day of just this. I could find a way to have a conversation with you folks for 5 hours. I know I could do it. I don't know if it would all be about Fallout. Probably not. It would have to be like the Jaxus podcast, or I would just be on here rattling on about all kinds of shit. Maybe I do it.
Jax rattles his brain.
Yeah, we
See what falls out.
we could do a Twitch stream about just whatever crazy shit comes out of my mind. While I'm playing video games, we could talk. And you guys can come in, we
Yeah.
can have conversations, and you can get me monetized where I could just sit there, all day long and play video games and talk to people. I could do that. But you'd have to show up, though. It's kind of a requirement. It's either that or you can just listen to other people. I know, and I've watched some of these things out there on Twitch and all that shit. It's pretty boring. I have to say, it's pretty fucking boring.
Depends on who you watch, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, a lot of the times it's like literally them playing a video game and then they forget everybody's there half the time. And just... They're staring at their screen
Yeah.
and they're just like not talking to nobody. And then they look over and they go, "Oh, hey, Joe. How you doing there, Joe? Okay, cool."
Whereas I would be so
Right back to
concerned
the
with
fucking
chat
game.
that I would probably forget how to play the game. And get
So,
off the field.
yeah, I actually set my phone up on a mount in front of my face So I
way you
can
were-
Yeah.
literally just kind of look over,
That way-
glance over to the side a little bit, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like, oh,
would-
hey, what's up?
See, and I would have to create an overlay or something inside the game that I'm playing that has like
Yeah.
people chatting with me or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, cool. And then I would be like the guy that'd be like, oh, fuck it, just come on in. It'd be like
Right.
18 of us all online at the same time, just chatting away.
I
I'd
would
be like,
do.
fuck it.
Play with
One
me.
thing that's nice about streaming from PlayStation is the chat actually shows up on your TV screen.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that would be
That is
nice, I
nice.
guess. So, so I noticed that Macaulay Culkin is going to be on the TV series, and
Mhm.
he's playing a crazy scientist type dude. Does anybody know what kind of crazy scientist guy?
We don't
My
really
vote
know.
is Enclave.
Yeah. we
So he's
don't
gonna
really
be
know
he's gonna be
anything
Enclave
about
though
it.
for sure.
Well, it could be Brotherhood actually, because now that they have the artifact or whatever they're calling it, now
The
that they
cold
have
fusion?
that, it could be like you get to see what they decide to do with it.
So
Yeah.
and they're heading into New Vegas. So is that gonna be like is that gonna be like locked in? Like if it's not in the New Vegas game, it can't be in the story. Blah 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 that kind of shit. Or is
I
they gonna?
thought they said that they weren't going to mess with canon. So,
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
but
there's
they
one.
do have. You will see pre-war images and even post-war of the different casinos.
Well, I'm
So-
just wondering, like, so, like, is I'm kind of screwed up on timelines. Is the Institute in New Vegas?
No, it's only in 4.
no,
Okay,
But that
so
doesn't mean that it can't
not
be.
that we are aware of.
Yeah.
right. So if they were to make it canon by having something from the Institute show up in New Vegas,
Mhm.
would that be such a departure that it would be like breaking canon, or it would just be like, well, they never showed up in the game. It doesn't mean they're not there.
Right. I mean, well, because
Right.
like we had a synth in Fallout 3, so
Mhm.
I mean, it could happen.
Right.
I
so
think it could.
so the detective guy, what's his name again?
Nick Valentine?
Nick Valentine. And what series is he in?
He was
He's in 4.
He's in 4. So most of that shit's
He's in
through
Diamond
4.
City.
Okay, Diamond City. See,
Yeah, the synths
to
are
me,
all
it
in
just
4.
feels
the only
like he
synth
would fit in so well in New Vegas. You know, I don't know why.
would. But
Yeah.
he's from Boston. I mean, he's a Boston police officer, so I don't know.
Yep.
And I wonder if there'll be any references to like downloadable content while they're there. You know, like
Like Far Harbor.
like Dead Money or Far
Oh.
Harbor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, I
that-
would love to see them go to the Sierra Madre.
That's what I'm
That'd be
saying.
cool.
yeah.
That would be cool. But I haven't heard of any sets like that, so I don't think so.
But it would be quite interesting for them to, like, I don't know, drop and get stuck in a situation like that where all of a sudden they wake up, they don't have any weapons or whatever, and they've got to figure out how to get the hell out of the Sierra Madre.
Yeah, like they
Oh,
just
man.
wandered into the wrong place.
Exactly. That would be like so, like, you know, walking along, you opened up something and you take a nap
Yeah.
for a little while. You wake
That
up,
would be
you're in
pretty
this.
pretty epic.
Yeah, I think that would be quite cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with new things that I mean, because it's so wide open that you really don't have limits when it comes to trying to figure out what they're going to do with the show. You know, I mean, because if they're going to stick with canon, but at the same time, they're sandboxing it. They kind of have like all the different, you know, games that they can kind of pull shit from and just say, well, it just never showed up there. You know, they could write their way around it. But at the same time, it's Todd. So, like, it just works, right?
It
I mean,
does just
they
work.
do have somebody from Bethesda that's there with them, making sure they don't go too out of line.
Well, isn't he the
Well,
executive producer?
Todd was.
Yeah,
He,
Todd,
he was,
yeah.
yeah.
Todd's like the executive producer of the show, isn't he? Or one
One
of the
of them.
executives?
Yeah, I don't know if it was actually Todd that was there with them, but
Mhm.
you know, was it?
It was. Well, according to whoever leaked the thing that he said that they couldn't put it in the show because that's what they were
Oh,
going to use in the
right.
game.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we kind of wanted to use that for 5, so how about
Yeah, you can't
no?
you can't do that because we're already going to do that.
So it looks
I
like
just
the
thought it
whole,
was funny that, like, did he really already have that plan for 5, or did he just go like, "Oh, I want that for 5. Tell him they can't do it." I
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to use that.
think we're going to use that.
you
'Cause
never
how
yeah.
likely is it that 2 people have the same idea or a similar idea? I mean, I suppose it could happen.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
There's been many times where I've thought I invented something, and then I looked online and went, "Oh crap, it's
Somebody
already
beat you
there."
to it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I,
That's always
I,
the
I
worst.
thought I invent so I grabbed a hula hoop and I grabbed some plastic ring little snap things to like go around the hula hoop, and I grabbed a trash bag and I pulled it around and I put it on there so it'll hold the trash bag open, and I thought I invented something cool, and then I found out that they've already had it online to where people could buy the shit, and I was like, really, this sucks.
Aw,
I thought I had a cool idea, and I'm like, oh, I can make
you
millions.
had a world class idea.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't tear the bag, nothing like that. It was perfect for picking up leaves in the yard. It kept it open all the time. And apparently, landscapers got something quite similar to that a long time ago. All right. Anyway, so there's an early renewal. Amazon has already renewed the TV series for a third season. I don't know if that was been known, but
Well, I mean, when you get renewed for a second season when it barely just starts, that's pretty good.
and
Yeah.
it hadn't even started the second
I don't
season.
even
They
think it
already
had been
renewed
shown
for the
yet when
third.
they'd already
Yeah.
been. But I
So-
mean, the powers that be had seen it, so they were like, "Yep, it's good. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't get lazy. Um, like so many TV shows do, particularly on other networks,
Like The
where
Witcher.
where the first two seasons are like awesome, and then you're like, "What the heck did I just walk into on season 3? Like, what is this?" Yeah.
Yeah, well,
No.
the whole the Walking Dead series, it kind of had a weird flow to it.
It
Like,
had its ups and downs. I
yeah,
think
it was like
depended on who
it
was writing.
good to like season 3, and then season 4 and 5 kind of took a shit,
And then it kinda
6, 7, and
Came
8 were
around
like awesome again.
again.
Yeah, so you never know; they might have their ups and downs within this series as well. The main thing is how much they keep their spark and their fire for it. And to me, I would think it would be good to have it where all of a sudden the leads of the show are not the leads of the show, and like
Well, if you get introduced to new people, you
Yeah,
have
like-
to be introduced. I think they'll always be like a main line, but if you open up other lines of story, I think that would be okay.
yeah, well, I mean, like so, Walter Goggins and what's her name,
Ella
Emily
Lucy?
Purnell.
Ella Purnell.
Ella Purnell, and the guy who plays Maximus.
Um, Aaron Moulton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So the three of them are kind of like our main characters right now.
Right.
So to me, it would be kind of like, all right, let's get Maximus and move him to New York, and let's have Walter Goggins and Ella kind of split, and go their own separate ways for a
Well,
while. And then
Unless
have
they
them
find
meet
her
other
dad,
people.
because they have that shared enemy right now, so they'll probably stay together until they find.
Right, but and
her
he's
dad.
also well, according to the information that I've got, Kyle MacLachlan is supposed to be appearing on the next season, so he's definitely
No, he
there.
is.
Yeah, he
He
has
is,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
we've already seen evidence.
that's not
of that.
going to like fade away or anything. So
Right.
and it all
So, I
depends
mean,
on how that
if
turns
this
out.
season resolves that story arc,
Mm,
then they
yeah.
could split and go different ways. Like, I feel like one of the new things for Walton Goggins' character is going to be finding his family,
Or finding out
Yeah,
at least
that
what
was his
happened to
big
them.
thing at the
Right.
end.
finding out what happened to them.
Mhm.
Like, are they dead already? Because it's been what 280 years or something.
Yeah, like we all kind of assumed
or
they were dead. But
Were they
apparently-
cryogenically frozen? Well, he seems to act like that they aren't dead because he's asking
Right,
people,
yeah.
"Where is my family?"
like,
Well,
we spent the whole
and
season
very
thinking
likely
they
he
were.
might know, like even though it's not been said, he might know that they're cryogenically frozen somewhere, and he's trying to find the location.
Well, I don't think his daughter was because she was with him when the bombs dropped.
Somehow, I guarantee somehow she got her little booty to a vault. That's where he was
That's
probably
very
taking her.
possible, I suppose.
But why he
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to go ahead and come in is mean.
Yeah. Well, then again, there might have been that
Because he wouldn't be asking about her if that was the case, because he would have
Right.
known what happened to her already.
right, because he would have had to
Even-
like given her to them,
Right.
which
And him and wifey poo are divorced, so why should he give a flip about her? I think it's mainly because he knows that his daughter's with his wife.
well,
he
and then
wants to
at the
know where
same
they are.
time, so radiation exposure is not necessarily an immediate element to it.
Depends on the dosing.
Yeah, so if they were like, let's say she saw the flash, right, and then immediately here comes a vertibird and knocks him out, takes the kid, and flies away.
Well,
And
that
then
would have had to happen after his dash down the mountain because you see him riding the horse off,
right,
Yeah.
but I
trying
mean,
to outrun everything.
you don't know what happened when he got to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, very likely he could have gone through
And he
all
could
that
have been seen
bullshit.
from air if she did send
Yeah,
somebody out after.
He could have gone through all that bullshit to try to get her to some form of safety, and
Right.
then as soon as they got to where they could fly a vertibird without this is the Fallout
Something
universe,
hitting him.
so he was able to.
Yeah, because wouldn't there be like an EMP effect?
An electromagnetic pulse is a guaranteed effect of a nuclear blast as long as it's
Right.
off the ground. I don't know how that works exactly, but
So it
yeah.
won't knock it out if it's on the ground?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Yeah. But
But-
it's
but,
not going
you
to
know,
have the same amount of range or
It's
whatever.
fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
It just works.
But from what I understand of how an electromagnetic pulse works is if they were to disconnect the batteries and take them out of the vehicles and things like that and put them
But
in
that would mean
after
they
the
would have
fact,
to know it was coming.
they might
Be-
be the reason.
Unless
that
they
it
just sit
happened.
around in readiness with no battery in the bird.
Well, and at the same time, even if they had a battery in the bird, it depends on what electrical components that would be affected by that electromagnetic pulse. They might have backups for that to immediately swap it out, or they had vehicles ready and waiting for that particular situation to occur. I mean, it's the military, so contingency, contingency, contingency. And that's
For real.
very likely as to what could have happened. It could have been in a bunker that was shielded from an EMP pulse and then opened that bunker up, so that they could have, you know what I'm saying? There could be like this massive garage that's, so far underground and it's got a big old door that opens up after everything's
Oh,
said
yeah?
and done.
Oh,
And a
that's
whole
an
bunch
idea.
of, helicopters come flying out and with all the vertibirds and, what's the parade wind?
Have like a vault for the electronics.
What is that thing called? A parade wind? The big
The
old
Pridwin, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the blimp, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
But they built that post-war, I thought.
I don't know.
The one in the show had a different name, though.
Y'all are
It-
bigger
it
experts than I
It
essentially
was
the
supposed to
Pridwin.
have a different name, but you could see Pridwin on the side of the ship. But when they were teasing it, they said it was called something else.
Maybe
But
it's
Oh,
parade
right.
everybody
wind.
has pretty much been like, yeah, you were just trying to confuse us.
Yeah, there was some
it-
controversy about that.
But it
'cause,
doesn't say. Yeah, I mean, they
like, how
never
did it blow
say.
up if you
I mean, I'm assuming that it came in
VOS?
from New York, or from the East Coast, so it could be the Pridwin because, I mean, it was they showed it coming to the base when those guys were training. Like, where did it come from? It could have come from the East Coast. I mean, it got to the East Coast from the West Coast. It could make the trip back.
Gotcha.
I don't know. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's a little early, but doesn't matter. We're just gonna get the break put in there so we can get that taken care of because we need to make sure that the people who pay get paid. All right. Anyway, we'll be right back. Thank you.
Recording
Hey, it's
stopped.
Getting paid.
I don't
need
know.
more
I'm just
water.
making shit up. They don't need to know that. And those that do are probably listening to us live as opposed to. Is anybody listening to us live? Let's see here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, a couple
Warpath.
people.
Okay, 3-day weekend definitely helps.
Yeah. I mean, tooth extractions are definitely not fun.
Oh, Warpath had an extraction. Oh my goodness, I had to scroll back to find out what was going on because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple.
Teeth yeah.
I knew he was
that's-
talking about that on Modus Files Discord the other day too.
Funny enough, I actually have a degree in dental assisting,
Oh,
so
okay.
I've helped
You
out with
do?
plenty of extractions. Yes,
Why don't you use it?
because they either want you to have like 5+ years of experience, or basically you need to be a woman. Because male dentists like having female assistants.
Well, my
But,
dentist, my new dentist right now,
Maybe
Oh,
you need to find a
actually-
dentist that swings both ways, bro.
Oh,
Wear some hot
Yeah,
pants.
You know,
Somebody's
wear
left.
some hot pants to work so you can check out your butt while you're doing stuff.
no, my
You
new
pulled
dentist
3
is
on your
pretty chill,
own?
and he has a dog in the office. I
Jesus.
love it. But it's a little
Yeah,
Sheltie. She's adorable.
I spent 2 or 3 months interning at an oral surgeon's office. Like, all the girls wanted to do like ortho or just GP, and I thought that the surgery stuff was interesting. Like blood and guts have never bothered me.
Really?
So, which is probably why I worked in a meat department for a while too. But you know,
You know what? The meat managers at our stores get paid pretty well.
yeah, they do. That's what I ended up doing when I didn't get the job for a dentist. So technically, I was the seafood manager, but they wanted me to set my case up and then help them cut steaks the rest of the day. So it's like, eventually, I was like, okay, can you pay me for that? And
Who'd you work for?
Marsh,
Oh, Mark.
before I went to Giant Eagle.
Oh man.
None of that makes any sense to me, but okay.
It's an
It's
indie.
the
Recording in
regional
progress.
grocery stores, yeah.
Hello,
Yeah,
everybody.
no, it doesn't
Welcome
exist
back.
anymore.
Somehow we ended up going from talking about tooth extractions to working in the meat department and chopping
It's
up
on
meat and not getting
break.
paid.
We talk
you
about all
know?
kinds of crazy stuff on
Yeah,
break.
well, I gotta let them know what's going on and how crazy we are. Cause yeah, well, we're not normal
Getting
people.
puppy lovins.
Yeah, puppy lovins.
Because
And you
puppy
probably
wants
saw
a
mine a
cookie.
little bit ago. She was as
I
tall as
saw.
me, just like standing on my
I was trying to figure out what you were doing because she was blurred out
and
and you
then her
weren't. So I
head
was like,
popped up.
what are
Yeah,
you? You're like kissing the air. What are you doing?
and her like standing up on end. She's almost as tall as I am. It's crazy.
Wow.
So, what are these rumor? What is your opinion on these rumors of a Fallout 3 remaster? Apparently, it's highly rumored. Like it's
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on the
I've
same
I've
sheet
been
that
seeing a
the
lot about that.
Oblivion Remakester was listed on a couple of years back. So
So I would love to see a Fallout 3 remaster, but honestly, I really want to see a 1 and 2 remake because I want to play the games,
yeah,
but I don't enjoy
the
the
top down,
format that they're currently in.
the
Yeah.
top down type style. I get that.
Right.
see,
The
I
talking
actually
heads and the
loved
top down.
Fallout 1 when we played it for the Fallout Feud Roundtable. Once I got used to the
Well,
controls.
it's a very fun game, but it's very antiquated, and it's be rough for
Yeah.
like a new
Right.
player to kind of get
I just
used
think
to.
I would have a hard time seeing what's going on because it's so small for me.
Well, and a lot of the stuff that would happen is random too. Like the enemy spawns were random, and like what you would encounter. Like there's so many crazy like Easter eggs that would show up randomly. Like it wasn't like in a set place. It just
Yeah.
show up when you're
But I
traveling.
think that Sassy's right in a lot of ways that a remake of 1 and 2 in the format of 3 and 4 would
Oh yeah, I would love it.
would
Like
definitely
that would make everything more cohesive, I think, if
Yeah,
you made
yeah.
it like the other 3 games.
well, and it would
That's
be
the thing. Like
people would be more likely to want to
Or the
play in
4,
a
I guess.
series. Like they would jump in, they would knock out 1, they would get in there and they'd play that. And then they would go to 2, and they would try to do like a marathon version of it. Can you imagine how many Twitch streamers would probably go, "We're going from 1 all the way to 5." You know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, I would love it. Like if
I would do it.
Yeah.
if they made it more modern. Like that's the thing. Like I wanted to play the first 2 games.
I
for
desperately
so
want
long.
a New Vegas 2 though. That's
So
something
I was kind of glad that I actually played through 1. Was
I mean,
a couple
there's
years ago,
so
and I
many
want to play 2.
possibilities that they could do. You know, they could remake 1 and 2 to make it match the other games. They could remake or remaster 3. They
Actually,
could
I think New Vegas should
make New Vegas 2. They could
be.
remaster
I think instead
New
of New
Vegas
Vegas 2, they should make New Reno.
or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
Like a
what I mean?
different
well, that would
game.
essentially
Yeah.
be a 2
Like
remaster,
same area,
wouldn't it?
different
Yeah.
game.
Well, and it's in
Yeah.
the same state, and it encompasses the same areas. And by having a new Reno, you could actually have the map go all the way down into Vegas.
Yeah.
You could expand the map. You know what I mean? So New Vegas and Reno could actually be a viable, like the whole
They,
thing.
they
could
should
be,
do like their DLC should be like you're running down to Mexico or something like that, or you're running over to, I don't know, Texas or something. That would be cool.
or New Nevada
Like the Baja
Republic,
Peninsula, or
or
They could take you back to California.
or make it New Nevada Republic, where Nevada and California Republic are like they're a new faction. You know what I mean? New Nevada
Yeah, this new
Republic.
faction that just comes out of nowhere.
and they just they can, why not?
I mean, they could.
And they're making their way south from the northern part of Nevada, and they're making their way into Vegas and pushing NCR out. I could see that pushing California back to the ocean where they belong. That way they can nuke California itself and it just sink and go away. Oh.
Fat. No more. No more cookies.
See, yeah, I'm wanting a state we haven't seen yet. That's why I was
would
kind
be
of
interesting,
upset that the TV show was in California, which I mean, I still love the TV show, but I kind of want to see something we haven't seen before, like Miami or New Orleans or something like that.
I
or
would like
Texas.
I wanna
something
see New
just
Orleans so
completely
bad.
off.
Yeah.
I would like to see something completely off kilter, like North and South Dakota.
There's nothing out
That
there.
would be, I mean, that would be interesting. Yeah, and maybe even parts of Canada. Like, can you imagine how
Or Colorado.
fucking scary a rad moose would be?
Or Colorado.
Do you know how scary a real moose is?
Fallout, Colorado.
Exactly.
I mean, you've got like
Colorado, because then you
bases
have all the
there.
ski resorts and all that kind of stuff that you could use for settlements.
Hey, you got the Stargate and everything there, you know? I'm sorry.
That'd be a cool Easter egg.
Go, yeah,
You
right?
just randomly find this big round thing in the middle of
Well, that
somewhere.
base really exists, so
Yeah.
that would be cool, you know. And then Colorado
and you could-
Springs
you
military
could,
bases, and
You could incorporate NORAD,
exactly.
all that stuff
I'm
out
trying
there.
to think. Like, aside from Operation Anchorage, we haven't really seen much snow in Fallout games.
Can you imagine Colorado though? Plenty of snow there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Right.
that would be cool.
I think Colorado would
And
be
I
a
mean,
good choice.
we've had like gator claws.
Yeah.
So like we've had irradiated like gators. So
Well, somebody's making Fallout Miami, so that's cool. I don't want to
Yeah.
see. I don't want to see Bethesda do it since somebody's doing the mod.
No, I think it'd be
No,
cooler
that's-
to
'Cause I
let,
feel like
let
it's
a player do
redundant.
it. Yeah, well, I think the player
Yeah.
is going to do it better than Bethesda would have done it
Probably.
anyway.
You know,
but like I remember
especially if
was
it turns out to be like Fallout London.
a few years ago, Tom did this patron episode for like what people would like to see for Fallout 5, and I remember Noonamer had brought up Fallout New Orleans, and that was my first time hearing that. I'm like, okay, that would be awesome.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I've championed Fallout New Orleans for a long time, and
Just like the whole voodoo vibe, and
yeah.
I mean,
And then Dave Chaffins did it when he did his Fallout 2D20 game set in New Orleans.
Rad Rolls.
For Rad Rolls.
I know it was
Yeah.
a terrible episode.
It was
and
really
we didn't get really good like views on it, but I had a lot of fun when we did that thing with
I did
Chapin's.
too.
I
I
thought
want
it
to do
was
another
fun.
one.
Yeah, I
want to
think
do now that we kind of like got our feet wet and we kind of know what we're doing.
I think that would have
I
been
wanna
fun
do
to
another one.
And of course, we need to get
Yeah.
Ginger Reno back for that. You know,
Yeah. Anybody heard from him in a while?
not in a while.
I
yeah.
have yet to be on an episode that he's been on. So
yeah.
Yeah, no. That's why we think that you're really Gingerino in disguise.
You gotta
Never seen them
apologize.
together.
Yeah, you gotta apologize a lot though. You gotta say you're sorry.
Yeah, you have to say I'm sorry, to
Sorry.
your tree.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. And then go pray to your tree. Oh man. Yeah.
And,
I do
yeah,
miss. I
Romer's
miss
been
him. I miss
MIA too,
Romer.
so.
I thought Romer was going to be more available with this new job. Apparently, he's less available.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
have
like
I have been on with Romer a couple of times.
yeah, I miss my old partners. I like, especially like me and Ginger Reno, we just I don't know, we kind of tore shit
He's
up.
bored of me, you guys. He's
Yeah.
just tired of me.
I just need somebody I can bounce my craziness off of. You're my straight person there.
Am I really? Am I?
Most of the time, you're like, okay, whatever, Jaxus. At least
I'm back
Ginger
to
Reno would,
reality.
at least Ginger Reno would add to my craziness.
Oh, that's cool. They did a Warpath and Mr. President did a 2D20 game set in the Dakotas. I bet that was cool.
Oh, Dash? Okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
President
Mr.
Dash.
President. I was like, hold on a second here.
Speaking of MIA, I haven't seen anything from Dash in ages.
I have not, but he's
Huh.
probably busy.
That's
Poor
interesting.
guy's going
though.
to school
Set-
and all kinds of stuff.
setting stuff in the Dakotas.
I heard something. He posted something not too long ago, but I can't remember.
I think Starfield should have like a Zeton thing, like a Zeton DLC mod that like connects Fallout to Starfield somehow. I think that would be cool. Hilarity ensued.
I can only imagine with Dash.
Uh,
Oop, I have a message
Yeah.
from King. Hey, it's Pam. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
did he fall asleep?
He's not doing
Oh, okay. Well, best wishes to King. I hope he feels better.
Yeah, I hope he's all right.
Oh,
well. Wow.
Yeah.
She's got him settled. Okay.
well, okay. Well, I'm glad we started the episode anyways, because that's just how we are.
Yeah.
The show must go on as much as possible. But yeah, well, we hope King does well. Um, he was supposed to be our guest today. He was going to come in and we were going to talk a little bit about cryptids and the possibility of cryptids being in Fallout 5 and, kind of speculate where we think Fallout 5 might go. And that's kind of where
Well,
we're going now, but we just don't have a
anybody who
clue, really.
follows him
Yeah.
knows that he struggles with
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
health
Yeah,
and
exactly.
his lupus and everything.
I don't
So
think anybody's judging, that's for sure. And if they are, fuck them. No.
stuff happens, And I wondered if it wasn't something along the lines of he just ended up not feeling well. And his wife just got back to me.
Well, I'm sure that kind of stuff comes in like serious flashes. Like one minute
Yeah.
you feel fine,
Like
the
he
next
does,
minute
like
you're
he,
floored.
yeah. I mean, he said
Yeah.
he was feeling pretty good earlier. So
Yeah, I've got a buddy
obviously
who's got
it snuck
some
up on him.
issues with his feet and things like that. Where I forgot what they call that, but it's like the nerves in his legs and his feet, and
Neuropathy.
yeah, that's it. But like out of nowhere, he'll be okay. He'll be walking, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
it feels like pins and needles all through
Right.
his whole body,
Yeah,
and he's got to like
that's
sit
how.
down.
Yeah,
And it's like,
that's how autoimmune is.
and
It
that
sucks.
so scares me, because I'm not getting any younger. It's like every once in a while you notice that your hip hurts or your knee will hurt,
Oh man,
and then
my
it's
left
like
knee and I are like
it,
having
it
conversations right
it's like it just moves. It's like it's never the same thing twice. Like you'll wake up and
now.
it's like, oh, I got a pinch in my neck. Okay, and then the next day it's your hip, and then the day after that it's your knee. It's like, man, old sucks. Like just
It
give
does.
me.
It does start getting old.
I would take a
I have issues
cybernetic
with
body
my
in a
shoulder,
second. Just plant my head right
my
inside.
hip,
Bloop.
and my left
Yeah.
knee.
Yeah.
Not all at once, thank goodness.
Now, if you guys, I'm just going to throw this out there for fun. If you guys were in the Fallout universe, one, what game would you like to be in? And two, what kind of character do you think that you would be? Now, don't just go with, oh, I would be a shop owner and this and that. Kind of think it out. Would you end up being a raider? Would you end up, joining the Brotherhood of Steel or like the Enclave or something? What do you think that you're judging from your own personality, where do you think you would be headed and in what game do you think you would fit?
So I think if it was the end of the world, I would just say F it and probably not be my personality. I would be like, I can do whatever I want. Nobody can judge me, right? It's the end
Right,
of the
starting
world.
over, right? Fuck them
Yeah,
all.
like I can remake myself.
Yeah.
And my favorite character out of my three that I play in Fallout 76, and honestly, my first character is probably a lot like I play 3 or 4. But my favorite character is the third character I made. She was my baby character. She's not anymore. It's Moira. She's the mercenary spy. And she's not really affiliated with anyone unless you have caps. And then she'll do whatever you need.
So she's a
You just
spy
better have the
for
money
hire.
to pay.
So she's a
Yeah,
spy
she's
for
a
hire.
yeah,
She's
she's
a
a spy
merc.
for hire.
Okay.
She's mercenary basically. If you can pay her, then if you can afford her and you can pay her, then she'll do whatever. Whether
So
it's
she's
for
a
the raiders
mercenary
or the
that
settlers.
specializes in espionage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I think that would be really fun. That's why she's my favorite character. 'Cause I've been really enjoying playing her that way.
What about you there, Celio?
Well, it's funny
He wants
because
to be a ghoul.
I always make myself as my first character for any game, and that's kind of what I did with Fallout 76, which is funny because um, Douglas is kind of me turned up. Um,
The
So
comic book
it's kind
crazy
of funny
person.
how that's kind of what my character became. But if I had to pick a place, I'm trying to decide between 4 and 76 because I could
Same.
see either one really. I mean, 76 is kind of home these days. So, and I mean, as far as what I'd be doing, I'd probably would be something along like the responders, just trying to go out there and help people and take care of our own. So, so
Maybe I
yeah,
just
maybe I
don't care
will
about
just go
helping
with
people anymore in
76.
in the
Well, yeah,
post-apocalypse
but
because I do it every day in my real life.
So, if I was to go with my real personality deep down, I'm kind of a loner in a lot of ways. Um, I prefer to be alone a lot. I enjoy it. I don't know how or why I like to. At the same time, I like people. I know it's weird to be a loner and still like people,
You're an
right?
extroverted
I mean,
introvert.
I
That's
Yeah.
what I
know
am.
several people
I'm
like
very
that.
comfortable to be alone, but when I am around people, I enjoy myself a lot.
Hmm.
Oh, looks
Hey,
like
Pie Man, how's it going?
that would be Maverick
Or
Stone.
Maverick. Oh,
Yeah, he's on his vacation. That's okay. That's cool.
and he's still
Thank you for
checking in.
joining us in chat. I
Yeah.
think for myself,
Work.
which some people already know who this is my character Wasteland Jax. So he is somebody who started out affiliated. Um, I had him as a character that started out as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. And he got tired of the bureaucracy and the rhetoric of the Brotherhood of Steel and the fact that they were hypocrites in a lot of ways. And that hypocrisy just kind of disenchanted him from being a part of a group and feeling like you're part of something. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to do my own thing. So Wasteland Jack split from the Brotherhood of Steel. He ended up in New Vegas, which that's his preferred area to be in is Vegas because he likes to gamble. He likes to sit down at the tables. He likes the women. He enjoys to live it up a little bit. He's like, you know what? I've been so straight laced and so nice for so long. I just want to drop a few drinks, slap a few dollars caps on the table, and maybe put somebody's feet up in the air. That's all he's really interested in. And to pay his bills, he's a merc for sure. He's an expert sniper from his time in the military. He's also good at close quarter combat. Um, and you pay him the right amount of money, he can get into any kind of building or any kind of place. He's an infiltrator. He's very good at getting past security systems and things of that nature. So he can get anywhere and kill anyone. Or he can leave a message if so needed. You want to have somebody wake up next to a black rose, he's the guy to go in there and do that while they're sleeping. That's Wasteland Jax. But when he's around other people and he's in the environment of in the casinos or hanging out at his favorite bar in Good Springs, Nevada, he might just be a lively, fun-loving kind of goofball kind of dude. But that's all until it's time to be serious. Yeah, I think that's where I would go. I think my characterization of Wasteland Jax is truly who I'd want to be.
I could see, wanting to leave the brotherhood over the bureaucracy and just say,
I would be happy to just throw like
go
a
do it on my
backpack
own.
on my back with enough food and water to tide me over and pick a direction, start walking, scavenging
Right.
up, have an empty sack with me and basically just look for things that I know will make me money, and keep the ball rolling, looking for, bottle of alcohol somebody left behind somewhere or, just kind of drifting around. I'll be kind of a drifter, At the
Mhm.
same time, opportunities arise. I'll take those opportunities, but I try to avoid affiliations of any kind.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's exactly who I would be.
That's kind of how Moira is. I mean, she grew up free states, but
That's
you know,
honestly kind of how I've been my whole life anyway.
she
'Cause,
doesn't feel like she really owes them anything, especially since most of them are gone now.
yeah, I think that would be an interesting way to roll. I was just kind of curious. I figured I would throw that question out there, and I'd throw that question out to the Fallout universe. Warpath. All you guys out there listening. Send us an email or send us a message on Twitter. Sassy will get all these messages. Again, that's followrtb@gmail.com or at followrtb. You can also put messages down in the YouTube. Just what would you do? What do you think your characterization would end up being, and what game would you do it in? It would be an interesting little scientific or psychological experiment to find out where you think you would be in those situations. I think that would be kind of cool. And then if you guys have ideas for show ideas or things like that, or things that you would like us to discuss, or even if, so be it, you are somebody with a decent camera and a microphone that doesn't sound like shit, hit us up and we'll vet you, see if you're not a total nut job. And then if you're not, then we'll bring you up on the show and we can have a conversation.
Because nut job would make things entertaining.
I'm the only nut job that's allowed. Damn it! All right.
Yeah, he doesn't share being a nut job.
Yeah, I'm the complete nut here.
I mean, that's fair.
There can only be one.
Yep, that's right. I don't know why I got the Highlander theme going through my head right now.
I was gonna say that was.
Oh! Have you guys seen the previews of our boy gonna remake Highlander?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just jumping from The Witcher to Superman to just whatever, he is in it. Oh, and then
did see Superman.
I also heard he might be playing Goku.
Oh God!
Can you imagine that one? That's a tall ass Goku.
I was gonna say, yeah, Mav's definitely a nut job.
Oh, he's a different kind of crazy though.
He is, and he's not on enough to make it too much.
Yeah, no, he has to turn his camera on more. That's my biggest pet peeve with Mav is he needs to turn his damn camera on. You don't understand how much of your personality comes out through a camera.
Well, and I feel like people do need to see your facial expressions and things like that.
Well, that and he talks with his hands a lot. If you ever watch him, I do the same thing, but nobody can see it because I do it down here. Of course, that might get some bad impressions. Everybody sees my hands going down here. Yeah, I'm thinking about you, buddy. See, nut job. That's not what I meant when I said nut job, but anyway. All right. That's going to do it for us this week, guys.
Here for the next however many months. So.
Well, the thing is those times when we don't have, when we, don't do a show at the right time, maybe we can get you to be that third party person to jump in there with Warpath and our buddy Maverick on their little adventures and bring a little bit more life to what's going on there. Because I think that I think you need a 3-man team to really put on a decent enough show, which is going to be hard for me and Sassy. We're going to have to come up with extra people all the time, or either that or catch Maverick when he's got the right time.
I don't mind it. I need to get more people involved. I've been kind of lax lately.
Well, and you've got she's got a long laundry list of people that love her, so they will come on the show just for her because they don't really know me, and when they do find out who I am, they go, "Oh my God, why am I here?
What am I doing? What did you get me into?"
This guy's weird.
Everybody who's been on has said that they've had a good time.
Yeah, well, and that's what I try to bring. I try to bring fun and happiness and joy and touchy-feely moment. Oh, maybe not touchy-feely, but...
Well, not literally touchy, yeah.
No, but I don't want us to be too serious. And those times when we end up getting serious, I really hate that shit. But there are times where it's necessary because we have had some very serious things happen in our world where we've had to, take a moment to remember, the people who... have hurricanes hit them and nobody helps them. And, just all these different massive things that have happened in our country as of late. And nobody talks about those things. So we try to touch on it a little bit. And, we don't make fun of it, but we make fun of life.
Be a
So
force for good.
yeah, so we try to be, make sure that people remember that, there's people that are not being cared for properly, and ironically enough, that ends up where they end up getting cared for somehow. And I don't think it had anything to do with us, but maybe us putting it out there into the universe helped it happen somehow. I don't know. I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, that's it for us tonight. We're gonna get the hell off here because we gotta go do stuff and stuff. Anyway, everybody say goodnight.
Good night.
All right.
Good morning.